The faces of loved ones flashed before her. Sweet baby Ginger, who still wanted her bottle at night even though everyone said she was too old for one. Luis, he was a bastard. A jealous, cheating fuck. He'd broken her heart more times than she could count. Oh, God, how she loved him. Always had, always would. Mammy, Pappy, Abu, Cindy, Alonzo, Keena May. She pushed the faces out of her head. To think of them meant she was giving up and saying her mental goodbyes. No, pull yourself together. She wiped her eyes and sucked in the sobs. Those men were out there. They would hear her whimpers and hone in on them like vultures listening for the struggling breaths of a dying creature. Right now they were circling the fields she was lost in, trying to GPS her location, swoop in and pick over what was left of her. She tried to focus instead on the scent of pine. Somewhere beyond the stench of wet, burnt cane was the crisp smell of slash pine trees. It was the scent of hope. She was going to make her way toward that. No more mental goodbyes. She was a survivor. So far, she had made it farther than the others. She was still alive. The cane stalks attacked her face and hands like accomplices as she forced her way through them. Once she hit the clearing where the cane had been burned, she could run. Damn the fear and the pain in her foot, she'd run! Of course, she would be exposed in a clearing. The tears started again. Maybe they were waiting for her to do just that, to spare them the trouble of ferreting her out. Those men, those crazies, they likely knew these fields. That's why they'd brought her here. They knew which ways led in, which ways led out. And that place, that horrible, horrible place they'd taken her to, it was surrounded by so much cane stalks it started to grow inside. You can't stay here. Choose. What would be worse, hiding in a cane field only to be found and taken back to that place, or making a run for it? Making a run for one of those homes that might be out there beyond the stalks. Better to run. Better to go down fighting. Luis would tell her that for sure. God, she wished he were here. He would cut those motherfuckers into a million little pieces and then force-feed them to each... Here, kitty. Her heart stopped. He was behind her. He was gaining on her. Her head darted round. Where the hell was he? She dropped to her hands and knees, crawling into the stalks. She felt a searing pain shoot up her leg, the one with the glass in it. She reached down and felt the open flap of skin on her heel, the warmth of her own blood as it ran out through her fingers. The cane stalks were razor sharp. She bit into her hand and tried to shake off the pain. The bad thoughts returned. The faces of her family reappeared. At least this way the police will know I was here. They'll see all the blood and test it and know I was here. I won't have just disappeared. No one will think I left town, that I ran away from Ginger. But even as she thought it, she knew it was ridiculous. She could completely bleed out in this field, and no one would ever know she'd been here, crawling in the dark, trying to hide from her killers. The rain would wash it all away. The workers who tended these fields would step on her grave, and if the crazies didn't leave her body where they killed her, no one would ever know. And if they didn't kill her here, if they dragged her away to that place to do all the horrible things they'd promised to do to her, there would be nothing left in this spot to find at all. Or they could leave her here, chopped into bits and pieces and sprinkled all over like seasoning, knowing that these fields would soon be incinerated. After the inferno, there would be nothing left to find but ash. If the migrants ever did stumble on what remained of her, and if crime scene people...